Good evening all. I hope we can start. Sorry for being late.
It's okay, sir. Greetings to each one of you present today. I'm Sona PS, Activity Lead of IEEE SBC Crack Campus Placements. With great pleasure, first of all, I welcome our presenter, Prof.NANDAN S, Chair IEEE Kerala Young Professionals. We are so honored to have you here as our presenter for this session. Welcome, sir. Next, I would like to welcome our respected principal, Dr. Shaji Mohan B, sir, who stands by us for all our activities with presence and cooperation. Next, I welcome our branch counselor, Ms. Kartika Nair ma'am, and chapter advisor, Ms. Srilakshmi Nair ma'am, who always stands by us for our needs and guidance. Welcome, ma'am. Next, I welcome all the IEEE executive members and all members who worked with us for the success of this program. And finally, I welcome all the participants who have accepted our invitation and arrived here. Warmly and respectfully, I welcome you all to this program. Before we get started, once again, I would like to express my hearty welcome to all of you for coming together to make this event a great success. I wish you all a great success in your pursuits and may God bless you abundantly.
Thank you, Sona. I, Ashna SLE, Secretary of IEEE IAS SBC SNIT, very much honored to welcome all the participants, faculties, and our honorable speaker. Today's webinar is about how to crack campus placements. So now let's begin our session. I call upon, Today's session is conducted by Professor Nandan S, Chair of IEEE Kerala Young Professional, Assistant Professor and Placement Officer, LBS Institute of Technology for Women, Kerala. We are very much honored to welcome you, sir. Sir, please.
Thank you, Ashna and Sona. Shall I start the presentation?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, sure. Thank you. First of all, absolutely sorry for being late. Because of the heavy traffic block, I could reach home late only. So because of that, so I'm sorry for that. And thanks for patiently waiting for almost 7 to 8 minutes. Anyway, without much delay, let us go to the topic of our discussion today. And I would like to seek the attention of all the students who are assembled here for the next 1 hour, probably. I will try to wind up in 1 hour. Regarding campus placements, I have a presentation with me. I will share the presentation. Before that, I'm pretty sure that all the I can see 100 participants here. So all the 100 participants who are assembled here will be looking for will have this sort of their dream job or career in their mind. So, I'm very sure that every, beta graduate will start right from their second year onwards. They will start preparations, in view of these campus placements or probably, kind of recruitments that is supposed to happen in their final year. So, in today's session, what I am trying to give you is regarding campus placement. I'm not sure about the audience here. There may be people from S7. I'm absolutely sorry for that. Why? Because, if you are in the 7th semester, then it's too late for you people, but still you have enough time. Why? Because a lot of off-campus recruitments are coming. And for S5 people here, for the 5th semester students who are assembled here, this is the right time for you. This is the best time for you. And you have hardly 1 semester for your preparation. And S3 as well as S1 students, first year students, you just relax because you have enough time for preparation. You have enough time for, taking steps towards reaching your dream job. All right. So let me share my screen. Please confirm. I hope it's visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, right. All right. Okay, so, 1 second. Sorry for that. Yeah. All right. So please once again confirm it's visible, right?
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay, good, great. Okay, for the next 1 hour, I will try to give you some tips. It's not about everything, but at least some points for the students who are really interested towards campus recruitments. Why? Because everybody, as I told, everybody sitting here, everybody listening to this session will be. I'm sure why you are here, because you are looking for your dream job, and one easy way for you to get into your dream job is through campus recruitments. Okay, and normally these campus recruitments will be happening during your 7th semester, and during your final year, and you need to have a sort of preparations prior to this to make yourself be prepared for facing the selection process. Okay, I'm sharing my experiences as placement officer, as well as part of IEEE Kerala section. For the past 4 to 5 years, we have been conducting job fairs. We have one of our flagship job fair happening as part of IEEE Kerala section, and we young professionals team lead the job fair. This year also, our job fair will be coming during April. So I will share some tips to my dear students who are assembled here based on these experiences only as a placement officer, as well as I used to train a lot of students, as well as from the job fair. Okay, and if you have any questions in between, no such formalities, you can ask in between the session. Even though if I'm presenting, no problem, just ask if you have any questions, no problem at all. All right, so I will try to give some tips for you people. All right. Okay, so let us start directly. I hope you people will be aware of the different types of campus recruitments that you may face in the future years. All right, the first one will be on campus. On campus means company will be directly coming to your campus for selecting the best students. There is something called pooled recruitments. And in pooled recruitments, what is happening is that, recruitment will be happening in one college, and probably, some of the nearby colleges will be invited to that. Okay. And it's I can say it's some sort of, off campus only. And purely off campus recruitment means, it's not an on campus one. Probably you will apply. There is no connection with your placement cell, placement officer. There may be a lot of, off campus recruitments happening. Usually after your 8th semester. Okay, usually, not always. Usually, after your 8th semester, you can directly apply for that, and there is no connection with your college, with your campus. You can directly go and attend the interview at the company. Okay, so you will definitely face these three. And one thing I just want to remind you that, I'm sure that in this crowd, more than 80% will be purely looking for campus recruitments. Some of the students maybe say 10. And you may some students, very few, maybe less than 5% will be planning for some startups or starting your own company, something like that. But always, I know very well, you also know very well, it's always a pride, right? So it's always a great thing to tell tomorrow in front of some interviewer that during my BTech, I got placed in so and so company. You join the company or not, that doesn't matter. So even if you are going for higher studies, even if you have some other plans in your mind, getting one job during your BTech life or after completing the BTech, if you are getting placed in a company, that creates a huge difference tomorrow. If you maybe after masters also, you have to sit. If you want a job, you have to sit in front of an interviewer, right? There is no shortcut. If you want a job, you have to sit in front of an interviewer. So that time, these kind of experiences will help you a lot. Okay, with that note, let me directly go to our topic. And if you are purely looking for these placements, first thing what you have to do is to do a research, right? You have to identify the list of companies, which are the companies that is normally coming to your campus. Or not sure, no, all the companies may not come to your campus. You may be from different colleges, I'm sure. All the companies may not come to your campus. There may be some, what I told, pooled recruitment drives happening here in our locality, probably in Kerala. you will get a chance to attend, the selection process of those companies. Just identify those companies. What are the normal, usual recruiters coming to our Kerala campuses? So just do a research on that. That should be the first thing. Okay. And once if you're clear with that, what are the set of companies coming? The next process is to understand the recruitment procedure. All right. Recruitment procedure means not the entire A to Z, nothing like that. Just understand what are the different steps or stages in online test or offline test, or do they have multiple rounds of technical interview? Do they have multiple rounds of HR interview? Do they have something called GD, group discussion kind of things? Do they have, just understand, right? Why? Because that helps to make you well prepared. Without preparation, you cannot, it's just a trial and or something like that. Without enough preparation, you cannot assure getting or clearing a selection process of a company. So you have to make sure, or you have to understand what are the different levels. So that procedure you have to understand. Okay, do this for not for all companies, for the most of the companies that is coming to Kerala campuses, that you will be, if you are supposed to attend that, just be very sure about that. And the third thing is, what is the general intake, right? General intake. And please don't disturb your placement officer in this. Don't go and ask that, sir, what is the the number of vacancies, something like that. Don't disturb. Don't disturb asking the number of vacancies. No. General intake in the sense whether they are a mass recruiter or they are recruiting in lesser numbers, say 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Why it is important? Why? Because if it is a mass recruiter, the chances of getting into that company will be high, right? Just to understand, just to make sure you're to make your level of preparation proper. That's it. So if it is taking numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm sure competition will be very high, and you have to pay that much attention towards, which is oriented towards that particular selection process. No, right? And the last, what is the eligibility criteria? Okay. And for S7, I cannot tell anything. Why? Because you don't have enough time to change the eligibility criteria. But if first year or second year students are sitting here, make sure you don't have any back papers. There are some companies who are permitting students with back papers. Yes, I'm not disagreeing with that. Yes, but most of the companies, they look for students with 0 backlogs. Okay, so that will be one criteria. Most of the companies, in the sense, from my experience, what I see from Kerala campuses is like almost more than 70% of the companies, they are looking for students with 0 backlogs. So if you're the first year or second year, you have enough time, clear the backlogs. It's not just about clearing the backlogs, but you need some little bit of more preparation. But others, you will lose some opportunities if you have some backlogs. Okay, so this do some research so that if you know the eligibility criteria, you will know, whether you are eligible or not. Okay, if not, just take necessary steps. Now, this may be known to many of you, but I understand there may be people sitting here who don't know what are the different types of companies coming to our campuses. Okay. The first type of company, I should say, that you will face will be product companies. Product companies means, customer will go to the company to buy the product, just like that, just things like that. For example, Amazon or Dell or Samsung or Google, they have some products, you have to go, customer will go to the company to buy their own product. They have customized products. Believe me, it is very, very, very hard to get into a product company. But once if you are into a product company, great. That is absolutely great, rather than services. Okay. Now, the second category of companies is like IT or tech services companies. Why? Because they work for the customer. The other way, what the customer wants, they work for the customer. They will customize something for the customer. Okay. The third is non-technical companies or roles. I don't recommend that. Basically, in the sense call center kind of things, or say data entry kind of things. Still, we have some openings, but I don't strongly recommend for better graduates. But there are some management roles coming. See, for example, business development executive. You can see, Byju's and all are taking a lot of business development executives. Okay, if you are good at management, if you are good at communication skills, you can directly go for that, no problem. Otherwise, the other thing I will not recommend. The salary package will also be less. And the fourth is startups. Absolutely great. Sometimes you may take a risk, but you will get a lot of opportunities to learn. Startup means very less number of employees. you will get a lot of opportunities to learn from these companies. All right. And the fifth category, very less in number in Kerala colleges, but if you are able to enter those companies, wonderful. Core companies, core companies in the sense, for example, I should say L&T Limited, right? They are working in some core engineering domain, right? Similarly, L&T, technology services, some sort of, companies who are working in the core engineering domain. Similarly, we have companies who are from the civil background, mechanical background, say MRF or Tech Mahindra, whatever, right? Who are working in the core engineering domain. So it's your wish. You will have a plan to look into, to focus into which category from this. And believe me, one more thing, and I should say more than 70% or 75%, almost 3/4, 75% of the companies coming to Kerala campuses are from the software background. But probably if you go to other good campuses, you may see hard core electronics or mechanical or civil related companies, but comparatively less even in top colleges in Kerala. Okay, so I should say 3/4 will be IT related companies. That doesn't, I'm not discouraging the other people, but you still have a lot of chance, a lot of opportunities are there. Right now, after this COVID situations and all, the industry is growing like anything, right? So there are some specific areas where there is a massive requirement, right? So if you are skilled in those areas, and there are very chances for you to get into those companies. Okay, quickly going to the different steps that you are supposed to face if you want to get placed. This is just in a nutshell. There are, I should say it as a 4-step process. You have to go through these 4 steps. Sometimes 4, sometimes 3. Okay, I will tell you. The first, I will tell you in detail one by one. Right. So what you have to do is you have to prepare for this, keeping in mind all these steps as a separate subject, I should say. You have some, say, 6 subjects in your normal course. I should say, rather than that, give more priority to these preparations related to, you should spend enough time for preparations related to campus recruitments. Without preparation, it's not possible, right? So hard work is the key mantra behind this, right? So, you should consider it as something like, I should say, a core paper or something like that. Start preparing for that, spend enough time for that. Why? Because all of a sudden, preparation will not happen. You cannot, get prepared in, 2-3 days. You may think it is possible. It is possible for KDU exams. It is possible if you just need to mug up the answers, just write it there in your answer sheet. There you can score GPA with that. In 3 days, probably you can do that, but you cannot do that for recruitments. This really requires a lot of preparation, right? Later, at some point of time, if you go and attend and you are not able to clear the test selection process, you are getting out, you are getting eliminated. That time you will think, there is some problem with this. So that means the only problem is with the preparation level. That means you are not prepared to that level, right? So if you start focusing on that right from your lower semesters onwards, I'm 100% sure, whether it is on campus or pooled or off campus, it doesn't matter. Whatever be the competition level, doesn't matter. You will be able to clear. All right. Okay. So eligibility, you have to meet. First thing, I will tell in detail. Second is a screening test will be there. These days, almost all are 95% online. None of the companies are conducting in the offline mode. Online test only. Some companies will have group discussion. Okay, some companies will have something like role play or something like that. Then finally, the last step will be the interview process. Sitting in front of an interviewer for both technical, to check your technical knowledge as well as your soft skills. All right, this is a 4-step process. The first, the most important thing I should say is meet the eligibility criteria. Okay, you may think it's very simple. It's not very simple. It's not very simple. Meeting the eligibility criteria doesn't mean that you have, say, 7.5 GPA. No. Don't think like that. Okay, literally in paperwork, you may be eligible, but you are really eligible for campus recruitments if you have enough preparation. If you are self-prepared, I can contribute to say 2% of the people sitting here. Your placement officer, your professors can contribute to maximum 5%. I should say remaining 90% is with you. Is with you only, right? Nobody else can come and help you. It's all about self-preparation, preparing your mind, preparing your brain, preparing your thoughts, right? Then you will be in the flow. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Okay, so criteria will be defined by the company. Maybe say 6.5 GPA, 0 backlogs, 2 backlogs, something like that. Most of the companies, 0 backlogs. Okay, and the most important thing is just ask yourself whether you are eligible to attend the recruitment process. For that, the first, all you need to do is self-preparation. What are things to prepare? I will tell you in a few minutes. I will tell you. Okay. Other 2 points, maybe they are not bold written here. No, maybe they are very small in font size, but very, 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 very important. Believe me, if you have done a very good internship, nothing more is required. The remaining steps that I'm going to tell you will be, negligibly important, right? That's it. If you have done a good internship doesn't mean that, you are paying money and go to a company, staying there for 2 weeks, learning something, coming back. No, that's not internship. We cannot call it internship. That is a training process only. Internship should be done for quite a long duration of time. Say 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, something like that. It's very difficult in KTU, but still some colleges are permitting that. If college has no issues, then probably you can go for that. Probably, the weekends or something like that. How will you search that? That is one question. Most of our placement cells in campuses are there. Very less colleges have internship recruitment, right? We actually had in my campus some 4 or 5 companies. That's it. Nothing more than that. But please make your LinkedIn profile excellent. Please make your LinkedIn profile. You can find companies, you can find these internship opportunities through your LinkedIn profile. Okay, so please make it up to date, and you should have something to add, right? You should have some trainings or whatever things you have something to add. Otherwise, how the company will understand your skills. For that, you have to do a lot of, I should say, online courses, certification courses. I will tell you one thing, believe me, when I was, before these recruitments, I used to have actually, when I was in the placement cell, I used to correct the resumes of students, before going to interviews. So what happens that I can now feel the difference, right? Because previously, say 2-3 years back, students have rarely some achievements, online courses or certification courses, something like that. But after these COVID situations and all, I could see lot of students doing certification courses. Lot of courses in Coursera or, Udemy or kind of good platforms. They are doing a lot of courses in their domains. Believe me, that helps a lot. It's not just for namesake. If you keep a course there in your resume, they will ask. You should be able to answer. Okay, so do whenever you get time, especially for people who are in the lower semesters, whatever is your area of interest, whenever you get time, enroll to such courses. Do such courses, some of the courses. Add it to your LinkedIn profile. All right, then that may not suffice. Do some projects. It's not about final year project. I'm not telling about final year project. You can do as group wise, probably I could see a lot of, IEEE funding projects happening. Probably you might be aware of. And if you are not IEEE member, then probably, students will be doing within the campus. You can form a team. You can do a project. Okay. A person who has done a very good internship. Internship means not a training, who has worked in live projects in a good company, at least in a startup or some good companies. Or a person who has done a project as a teamwork by himself or herself within the campus with the support of, not your final year project. Even it is your final year project, no problem. But still, if you can do something apart from that, that is excellent. That is excellent. there are less than 10% chance for you to get eliminated. But you should know whatever you have done, you should have significant contribution in the project. Just for namesake, no, that will not work out. Okay. So even if you have not done any other things, even if you don't know how to write a C++ program to do factorial of a number, no problem. If you have done project in one domain, in one specific area, and if you have enough contributions on that, you are 99% in, right? Similarly with internships. So please, lower semester students, try to get this. This is very, very important. That's why I have spent some time. Otherwise, quickly I can go through this. No, I spent time. Why? Because this is very, very important. And the 5th semester is very hard. In the 7th semester, it is not at all possible. This is possible with probably say first years or second years. You have enough time. You will be able to do these sort of things. Okay, all right. I hope I'm audible, right? No issues till now?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, perfect. As I told you, if you have any questions, you can ask in between, no problem. Okay, so if you are sure that you are eligible for that, the second process is a screening test, right? Screening test. And in short, don't look at the presentation and all. I'll tell you, there are two parts. Whether the company is X or Y, whether the product company or the other one, whether it is a core company, doesn't matter. Software or non-software, doesn't matter. Usually, in more than 85% of the cases, two different types of screening test. The first part will consist of some aptitude, some reasoning, some verbal. Aptitude, reasoning, verbal. Aptitude means, to check your mathematical reasoning ability, your maths within you, right? Your mathematical reasoning ability. The second is reasoning, logical reasoning ability. How logically you can think, whether you are able to solve the puzzles, kind of things. The third is verbal, whether you are good at language. Do you think that you can learn this verbal, you can be strong in verbal in, say, 1 week time? Not possible. It's not possible. That's what I told you. For KD exams, with 3 days, you can perform well. But this is not possible. It takes time. It requires time. And you have to spend time. Okay? So that is the first part. Aptitude, reasoning, verbal. And most of the companies do have this as the first level. And the second is technical. Technical means the core domain, the subject, the area in which the company is working. So these are the two parts. Okay. I personally asked this question, why, to Infosys, when I went for a placement officers meet, I asked, why are you still conducting a lot of, aptitude, reasoning, verbal kind of things? Why most of the companies are conducting? So what they told is why they are still conducting these sort of tests? Because, as I told, aptitude is to check the numerical ability, max within a person. Reasoning is for the logical, how good he is thinking, and the other one language. And technical, once if I train, yes, you can improve. If I give training, a good training in technical thing, you can improve. But the other three things, it's very hard. It's very hard. If a person is good at these three things, usually the first two, his IQ level will be high. His IQ level will be high. In the sense, whatever be the new technology, he is working in the company, right? He is dealing within the company. He will be able to quickly learn it. That's it. That's the the answer I got. So they are basically looking for people who are sharp in thinking ability. You may think at this point of time, some of you may think whether I have that ability. You have that ability, you don't have that ability, it doesn't matter, right? You can make yourself, you can sharpen your brain. Believe me, you can sharpen your brain. Okay, I'm not a psychologist, but what I tried is you can take some online IQ tests and do these sort of logical puzzles kind of things for 1 month. Again, you check your IQ level. It seems that it seems to get increased. Why? Because through practice, you are sharpening your thoughts, your thinking level, right? Your response level. You can sharpen that. And that helps you to quickly adapt to anything, right? Any test, any screen test, any new technology, you'll be able to quickly learn, right? what I told, somebody who is good at solving, Sudoku or kind of puzzles or whatever things, or Rubik's Cube, they will be able to think sharply. This is the reason, the whole idea. So spend enough time preparing these things. Second is technical. I will tell you what exactly is required. Okay, so all you need is practice. It requires time, it needs time. So practice, practice, practice. Now, search for the past placement placement papers. Your placement officer may be having some of the placement papers. Otherwise, everything is available in Google search. If a company is coming, search the past placement papers of that company, and probably you will get from some of the good sites, like freshersworld.com, placementpapers.net. These are some of the websites. Just search in Google. Okay, quickly, not spending much time here. These are some of the aptitude topics where most of the companies are focusing, right? Time and distance, then numbers, percentage, profit loss, simple interest. And I should say, Agarwal, this is a common one that every BTech student nowadays is referring to. More than enough. You don't need to go for Stanford level things. No, R.S. Agarwal, one book is there for quantity aptitude. That is more than enough. If you are able to do that, that is more than enough. All right. Okay. If possible, I will share the PPT so that you can later go through the important topics. These things will vary with respect to company. Don't try to learn all the topics if you are going for a company. A company selection test will have a syllabus, right? How you will identify the syllabus? By looking at the placement papers. There are some topics for, see, for example, for Infosys, there are a set of topics. For L&T, there are a set of topics. Right? For JP Morgan, there are a set of topics. So identify that, prepare well only on those areas rather than going through all these things. Okay? During a early semesters, you can probably learn all these. Now, logical reasoning, again, we have a book by R.S. Agarwal. So, there are, logical reasoning like, blood relation type of questions or age type of questions, syllogisms, then puzzles, seating arrangement, then, these type of some logical deductions, decision making. These are some of the logical reasoning things. All you need to do is practice. No other solution. All right. And there are some verbal kind of things. And what I felt is like Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis is one of the best books. It takes time. This thing takes time, right? One cannot be, everybody sitting here, I'm not sure, you may not be good with your, vocabulary or whatever. So it takes time. So do spend some time enough to these topics and prepare well. All right, these are about that thing. And the most important part here is the second one, technical test. Nowadays, almost all companies have. First, I will tell you about software companies. Why? Because what I told, 3/4 are software companies. Then later I will go to the core companies, the areas they are looking for. The first is, let me tell you about software companies. So other branches, people are here. Please bear with me for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. If it is a product company, 100% sure there will be a technical test. And nowadays, even for mass recruiting software companies as well, Infosys, TCS, Cognizant, Accenture, Wipro, all these companies, so on and so forth. A lot of other companies are there. These mass recruiters, they are also having technical test. Technical test means you should know code. You should know how to write code, right? You should know how to write code. You may be from a biology background. You may not be from a biology background. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I personally know very well. I could see some of the biology students who are capturing well rather than +2 CS students. Absolutely, it's a nonsense comparing these people, right? So if you spend time, you can learn. That's it. You are learning a lot of subjects just like that, right? You're not getting marks based on whether you are biology or maths, like that. No. Spend time for this coding. If you want to get in good companies like Microsoft or Amazon or Oracle, these companies, sort of product companies, are recruiting for more campuses. Yes, but they have a very, very tight selection process. They will have a coding test, and these product companies normally they will not conduct these aptitude kind of things, but they will, they will focus more on this technical part. So you should know At least any one of these, C, C++, or Java or Python, minimum. Right? If you know more than that, no problem. You may not require my support here, but I'm focusing on a fresher who is not good at all these things. At least learn. Start with C. Come to C++ level. At least if you are not from a non-CSE branch. Okay, C and C++. If you know C++, object-oriented programming, well and good. Right? Perfect. Pakka. If you know Java, very good. If you know Python, very, very good. That's it. Understand? So that's what. At least you should know C++ for non-CSE students. CSE students, they will expect, interviewers will expect more from you. So, good if you know Java or any other, Python kind of languages. If you know, that is good. And most of the companies, you will get an opportunity to select your language. Select your language. Most of the companies, they will conduct a test in a platform. There you can select the language, whether you are going to write in Java or Python or C++. My personal experience, students, more number of students are clearing from this C++ and Java. My experience, I don't know why, but I could see more students who are opting these two, C++ and Java, they are clearing rather than C and Python. Probably, maybe the beauty of the coding language, they are able to solve quickly using these languages questions, right? Maybe that may be the reason. Okay, anyway, I hope it is clear. If you are looking for software companies and more into product companies, if you are looking more on core companies, the product companies, like very good companies, higher package companies, like say 12 LPA, 12 lakhs per annum, or even more than that. Such product companies, they need a thorough knowledge of data structures, DBMS, networking operating system kind of things, right? So, database management system, DBMS, and data structures, that is very, very, very important. Now, if you are good at that, later on, there are very high chances for you get clear. Okay. I cannot focus on more on one subject. Why? Because people here will be sitting from, will be from different backgrounds. That's why. You later at some point of time, if you have any queries, you can ask so that we can discuss more on each particular topic, what has to be done. Okay. Anyway, for those who are very much interested towards, software jobs, try HackerRank. HackerRank may be known to most of you, may be unknown for some. If it is not known to you, there is a platform called HackerRank where you can, normally we do hackathons and all. We will set questions for hackathons and all this in HackerRank. As a learner, you can have a free account. You can start using your Gmail ID, and there are some fixed set of questions. Try writing those questions. Why? Because I saw, last year, I saw Target Corporation when they were visiting our campus. The package was 12 LPA, 12 lakhs per annum. And they did this coding test directly from the questions from HackerRank only. Such a huge, big company, but still they are not customizing the questions. They are taking questions from this only. So you should be familiar with this platform. All of a sudden, if you are seeing this platform in front of your system during this selection process, you may not be able to write it. There is a pattern how to write it. It's not like, writing in your desktop turbo C. No, not like that. There are some differences. And believe me, not about completing the entire code. No, there are some test cases. They maybe say one question will have, find factorial of a number. Example, there will be 5 test cases. Right? So if you write the first loop, then you will pass the first test case. It's not necessary that you have to get the output, but if you clear 1 or 2 test cases, that is more than enough. At the end of the day, you may get error, but some of the test cases you will win. That companies will, they are selecting students based on their this test case scores only, not the entire A to Z, perfection. Okay, so practice in HackerRank. It's free, absolutely free. There is one similar thing which is HackerEarth. Some companies are using this platform. This is also absolutely free, and a lot of YouTube videos are available giving the solution for the questions available in HackerRank and HackerEarth. If you can do some sort of questions, you can select your programming language. If you can do some, C or C++ or Java, whatever, some of the questions, absolutely great. You have to do this. If you're looking for a software job, you have to do this. No other solution. Right? Don't just go directly in front of an interviewer. I want a job. I don't know about these things. They will kick you out. Right? So please do practice that. And if you are rich, if you have money, you can try this one. Maybe lead code. You may try lead code. Lead code is a paid one. I understand some $33 or something like that. You have to go for premium. If you go for premium, the advantage is that they will give the solutions. They will help you. Some chat discussions are there. I know normally it's not good to recommend paid things during our presentations, but if you want, you can go for that. That's it. There is a platform where you can have some interactions. The other two, there is no help desk, but here there's a help desk. That's why I mentioned. Okay, if you are good at that, you can go for that. One more thing is there, Quarterbyte. It's also paid. Some $33, $35 payment is there, but still, there are some chat discussions. You will get some help or support. Even if you don't get help and support from these guys, you can search in YouTube. There are excellent solutions available. Okay. This is for people who are from looking for software jobs. Why I'm focusing? Why? Because I told 3/4 are software companies. Okay. So please try writing code in these things. Okay. Geeks for Geeks is excellent for your preparation. Right? Excellent. No other words. Lot of MCQs available. Lot of conceptual questions available. A lot of programming questions available. Please do visit this Geeks for Geeks. If you are looking for a software company job, if you want to clear that, start right from your second year onwards. Please do prepare with this. You will be number one. Believe me, you will be number one. Right? Nobody others can beat you. Why? Because almost all our students are having almost a saturated level of knowledge. If you try practicing this, you will be definitely one step above the rest of students in KTU. Yes, this proved. Please do try this. Geeks for Geeks. Visit. You can see what are topics of your interest. You will get the materials. Okay. A lot of other websites are also there. All these are free only. So just do prepare with that. Okay. I'm not telling you that tomorrow you have to be Bill Gates or Elon Musk. No. But still, just I found this from Facebook. Why? Because I searched these sort of things in Facebook. Probably they showed me this as one of the recommendations. I don't know why they showed, but I got this from Facebook. I just cut it there, copied it from there and pasted here. You see, started coding at age 12, started coding at age 10, started coding at age 12. Means what? You are right now maybe 20 or 21 or maybe 19, right? You have enough time. If you like, if you start coding using these platforms, learn, improve yourself, and go for some coding competitions or challenges, unknowingly, you will improve. Pretty sure you will definitely improve. Okay, so just to make you understand how coders can change the world. That's it. And if you're looking for core companies, I'm not sure how many of the core companies are visiting your campus, but if you're looking for core companies, you have to prepare from a GATE level. I hope you are aware of GATE examination. GATE examination is a technical examination written by students who are in the final year or even after BTech also you can write. And now, most of the public sector companies, central government companies, they are recruiting from this GATE examination that consists of, core subjects only from your branch. And once if you clear that, you will get admission to MTech program or direct MTech PhD program in good universities. And through GATE examination, you can go abroad as well. That is another thing. But just find the, understand the core subjects of your branch, which is there in the GATE syllabus. Okay. All the core companies in your domain will ask questions from those subjects. All the companies will ask core. For example, if you are from electronics, you definitely expect question from analog. If you are going to L&T, see for example, right? please expect questions from, if you are going for say Texas Instruments or NI kind of interview selection process, please expect questions from analog electronics, expect questions from signals and control systems, expect questions from microprocessor, all these are gate subjects. Just like that, for civil students, maybe structural subjects or construction engineering, geotech kind of things. If you are in mechanical, very fundamental thermodynamics, or maybe your design subjects. If you are from electrical, I hope you know what are your core subjects, or electronics or whatever. Okay, so you have to be very clear with your your core subjects. For that, please do a gate level preparation. Gate level preparation, that is important. Okay, it is very hard to learn aptitude, to learn verbal, to learn logical, to learn coding, sometimes to learn all these things. It is very hard. It is very hard. Believe me, it is very hard. And if you take that pain, you can get into a good company. Otherwise, chances will come and go. That's it. Very simple. You will get out from that. Okay. So you have to take the pain. Okay. So understand how important it is when you reach your say third semester or fourth semester. You have to learn a lot. You have to refer a lot, right? So you have to do all these things. And very good if you are good at some of the softwares associated with your area. For example, if you are from civil, if you know CAD, very high chances. If you know StatPro, very, very high chances. Similarly, Revit or Plaxis or whatever, right? If you know at least any of these, there are very high chances for getting you into a company. Similarly, for electrical also, PLC, SCADA or CAD, whatever. If you can do some certification as well, that is very good. Okay. Similarly, for mechanical, SolidWorks or ANSYS or kind of softwares, if you are good at, if you know at least to do some of the fundamental projects using that, very good. That will be really great. Okay. So please focus on these subjects as well if you are looking for core companies as well. Okay. So that's about the initial part. Okay. That's about the written test. Okay. Only if you pass a written test, you will go to the interviewer. Otherwise, you cannot see the interviewer. Okay. So this part is very, very important, and that requires a lot of preparation. And if you prepare for these things, automatically you will clear the interviews, right? Automatically you will clear technical interviews, not HR interview. Okay. So if you are good at these things, if you are good at coding, if you are good at your core subjects, it's very sure that you will clear that, right? You will clear the technical interview round of the company. Very simple, right? So it's not like separate things. It's one thing. If you learn for the test, that will help you for the interview as well. Okay, quickly, next section. Assume you cleared all these. You are going to the next level. Usually group discussion. Not all companies will have group discussion. Very less companies are having group discussion. Group discussion is very simple. You will be sitting as a group, say 10 people. All of a sudden, they will give a topic. They will give, say, 2 minutes of time for you to think. And one by one, people started sharing their views for, say, 1 minute or 2 minutes about that topic. Okay, that's it. So the recruiter is basically looking for your communication skills and your behavioral thing, ability. You have to sit properly. Your body language matters. The way you communicate. Group discussion is not an argument. It's not a debate. That first one person should understand. It's not an argument. It's not a debate. You should express your views positively, and you should accept other people as well. Okay. So, and you should respect the turn. If one person has to speak, you please keep quiet, and followed by you have to. Okay, just like that. And it was very shocking for me when I just went to see the group discussion of one of the I will not tell you the company name, but one of the most prestigious recruiters in Kerala campuses. The group discussion topic they gave was it was those people who were coming from Bangalore, Kannada people, but still the topic given was Mohanlal or Mammootty. That was a topic. So I asked the HR, why you are giving these sort of topics, very silly topics. Huh? So what he told is, right, I am not, checking the knowledge of the person in this, but what I am looking for is how well he can think in a very structured way, and in that good structure he has to communicate. That's what the HR is looking for. So you have to structure your thoughts, and you have to deliver in that particular order, in a good structure. So how well, in a very well structured manner, how you are able to communicate your thoughts, that is important. That's it, simple. And always, you will never get these silly topics. You should know some knowledge about, say, current affairs. Okay, so just reading ability will help. Okay, so that's it. I don't want to spend more time here. That's it, right? So your presence of mind is very important. Okay, it's not a debate. Your presence of mind, and structure your thoughts, communicate it effectively. Okay, forget about your grammar. There may be some grammar mistakes, no problem at all. But communicate in a very well structured way. You will win. You will clear group discussion, provided your body language is also good. You should have a very positive, open-minded body language. Okay, then you will clear. That's it. Now, assume you cleared the GD as well, and the last part will be face-to-face interview. Okay, face-to-face interview. And as I told, most of the companies will be having technical interview as well as HR interview. Okay, technical and HR. Technical, I am not the person to comment. Why? Because if you have enough technical knowledge based on the company, if you are sitting for a software company, good knowledge in whatever things I told 5 minutes back. If you are sitting for product companies, core companies of your specific domain, your core subjects, you should have knowledge. If you are good at that, then you can clear the technical interview. Nothing more than that. Technical interview, they are not looking for your body language, kind of things. No, just what is there inside you. That's it. What knowledge you have. Whether you have done good certification courses, whether you have done good online courses, whether you have done projects, whether you have done internships, all these things will be additional marks. If you have not done these things, mark weightage will be perfectly zero for all these things. Okay, so that's what I told you. If you have good internships in your credit, internships in not paid internship, that's it. If you have good internship in your credit, if you have good projects in your credit, that makes a huge difference. Right? You are not supposed to again prove your technical knowledge in front of the interviewer. Not required. Okay, that's not may not be required. They will ask questions specifically from this project. If you are able to answer that, if you have good technical knowledge, clear. Okay, so please be part of these sort of. Whenever you get an opportunity, please do some projects. Okay, please do some. If you have a funded project with you, excellent. IEEE offers a lot of funding projects, right? Funded project opportunities are there. Okay, that's about your technical interview. So assume you are good at all these things and you clear the technical interview. Okay, forget about your body language, your dress, everything. Nothing matters for a technical interview. All matters is your subject knowledge. Now, if you clear the technical interview, the next phase will be HR interview. Okay, so it's to understand your attitude. You may be good, but interviewer should also come to know. He might be seeing you for the first time, so he must get convinced of your positive attitude. Okay, for that, again, little bit of preparation is required. Right? You cannot frankly go and sit in front of an interviewer for HR interview without preparation. Not possible. He is more clever. He is more intelligent than you. Okay, he will make you in trouble. So you should be prepared. Okay, I will tell you some 6 tips. With that, I will wind up. Okay, so I will tell you some 6 tips to clear these sort of interviews, mostly HR interviews. All right. As I told you, they are looking for 3 different types of interviews will be there. Technical, coding questions, or they will give you a question. You write a code to print this pattern, or if you are from electrical background, they will give a network. Find the current through this network, through this branch. Or maybe if you are from civil, He will give a very small problem to find whatever the strength of this and so on and so forth. Or if you are from electronics, he will give you an analog circuit. You find voltage or current. Sort of simple things they will ask. They will ask. Depends upon the company. Okay. Now, the second thing is analytical. There are companies who are looking for analytical skills. Like they will give some puzzles. Some companies will give you puzzles. It's not about final solution. It's about the way you solve, the way you approach. I told you how you will do that. You have to sharpen your brain, your thoughts. How will you do that? By practice. By practicing logical, puzzle type of questions, you have to sharpen your brain, thoughts. That will reflect there. No interview will get impressed. Now, and finally the behavioral. How good, if you may be good at many things. I saw one person who she was, excellent GPA, excellent, performance, technical knowledge. But the interviewer somehow felt that attitude is, was not good. She was rejected in the last stage. She was actually a very good candidate. I personally know her. Attitude is not at all a problem, but she doesn't know how to communicate. So the other person will feel like there is a negative attitude, right? So that should not happen. So your behavior, about that your actions, your words, that should convey your behavior, right? The way of answering is very important. Your energy level that you keep, your attitude, whether it is positive, your communication skills, your interpersonal skills, all these matters. Okay. So tip number 1 is self-preparation. This is for HR interview, right? So tip number 1 is self-preparation. Okay. First, you should have an updated resume. Everybody will ask an updated resume. Okay. Again, I need 1 more hour. 1 more hour may not be enough. Maybe 3 hours may be required to have a session on resume preparation. Unfortunately, I cannot do at this point of time. There are some good videos available in YouTube for a very good resume preparation, or it's good to have some sessions. IEEE student branch can have some sessions calling people, HR people. That will be the best thing. So they can tell you what they are expecting. So please be prepared with an updated resume. Okay. So your resume should have your professional achievements, not your personal. Okay. Your professional achievements should be there. Your certification courses, your internships, your projects, all these things should be there. Okay. So be ready with that. Now, you should search the company. Before going to interview, you should search the company. You should visit the company website. Understand what the company is doing. Okay. And there are a set of questions you can find, if you search in Google, you can find, there are some, my personal experience, there are a set of 40 to 45 questions. Definitely you will get 1 question from these set only. So if you are prepared with these 45 questions, if you know how to, answer for these tricky questions, rest will be direct only. That will be personal. So otherwise, tricky questions you will be able to answer. Okay. So preparation, self-preparation, that is very, very, very important. Normally the first question, if you sit in front of an interviewer, will be tell me about yourself. That will be the normal question. Everybody will be asking. Okay. So there, within 1 minute time, you should tell your education, your experience, if you have any project experience, something like that, any skill development courses you have done, any professional achievements you have. It's not the time for telling about your family. No, only professional things. All these professional stuff you have to convey in 1 minute. That requires preparation, right? Without preparation, nobody can deliver this. No. So what normally we tell the students is, you remember 5-6 points. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, you will convey that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. That will be a perfect answer. Okay, so that requires a lot of preparation. And there are, what I told you, there are some 40 to 45 commonly asked tricky questions. Why do you want this job? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Tell me about some challenges you have faced. Why should I hire you? There are some typical answers. I will never tell you the answers as well. Why? Because it's person to person. That you know, but you should understand what to answer. You should not mug up the answer and do this. So, you should very well get prepared for these fixed set of questions. All right. Now, tip 2, you have to maintain a very good energy level and communicate effectively. Okay. The energy level will be very high, full tank, right? So that's very, very important. You should be, interviewers are basically looking at your ability to communicate. Ability to communicate means what? Whatever is there in your brain, in your mind, whether you are able to communicate your thoughts, your emotions, your experiences. Please share all these things effectively, okay, and maintain a very good energy level. Okay, always sitting with an open, with good hand gestures, with very high energy level, good voice modulation. These things are very, very, very important. Okay, so that is tip number 2. And tip number 3 is maintain a very good body language. Your hand gestures, your eye contact, right? The posture in which you are sitting, right? You should not sit like this. You should have a very good posture, right? These things that creates a very good impression, basically. That creates a very good impression. You have to impress, right? You have to impress the interviewer in this 5 minutes time. So all these things create a very good impression. Okay. And tip number 4 is keep your answers sure, positive, and concise. Concise doesn't mean that, yes, no, yes, no, not like that. It should be very crisp. It is not like in very less number of words, giving your answer in very less number of words, but you should be very crisp. Okay. Long stories for an answer, not required. Not good. We'll get bored. Okay. Remember, interviewer is not, sitting to hear your, family stories and all. He is sitting and thinking about what you can do for the company. So that's the way you should, respond. And you should never speak negatively. Sometimes some negative thoughts will come. Calm. Don't speak negatively. Be very positive. Okay. Even if it is not possible, just answer. Yeah, I will try. Okay. Don't get, no, I can't. No. Okay. So please talk positively, whatever you have learned from your past experiences. And tip number 5, 2 more. So tip number 5 is kind of self-marketing. Believe me, I know self-marketing everywhere is not good, but how to impress this person in 5 minutes time? Self-marketing. You have to sell yourself as one of the best person, right? It's not like that. They are much more intelligent than us. So even if you tell great, big things, the person will understand how it is going. No, don't like that. But still, whatever is the best in you, please convey. Please don't forget to convey that. Whatever is best in you. Okay, so that deliver in a very positive, in a very proactive, in a very dynamic way, in a very confident way. Okay, confidence is again important. Okay, now one more thing, you should make the interviewer understand that you are a quick learner. If your learning attitude is good, if you are good at learning, right, he will think that whatever be the new technology coming to the company, yeah, this person will be able to learn that. Right. So you should make him believe that your learning attitude is good. You are ready to learn anything and you are a quick learner. You have to convey this. Okay. So what you have to do, you do. That varies from person to person. So in short, show the best in you. Okay. And tip number 6, I should say, the last one is come prepared with some questions as well. Don't ask too many questions, but ask some positive questions like what is a goal you are currently working towards? So how will my performance get evaluated? Or what are the opportunities that I get for my career advancement? Kind of, what are the different career paths in your department? Kind of things. And don't ask some, ugly questions like, can I work from home, or about kind of salary. If they are asking about salary, you can reply for that. Otherwise, better as a fresher, don't go for that. You can do that if you're an experienced person. Okay. So please be prepared with a list of questions as well. While attending the interview. Okay, and please remember, there is no one way an interviewer asks questions. Right? You attend 100 interviews, you will face 100 different experiences. There is no one way. And there is no one way an interviewee answers you those questions. So please don't tomorrow ask me, so what will be the answer for this? It's not good. You have to think and frame an answer that best suits you. Okay, that requires, again, sort of little bit of preparation. Okay, so there is no one way. You can create your own way, but make sure it is good. right? Make sure it is having a very pleasant experience with the interviewer. Okay, so that's it about the interviews. So within this short period of time, probably 1 hour time, I can deliver up to this only. And I mean, a lot of sub things are there to convey to you people. And I'm not sure about the crowd here as well. You may be from different years, different branches. That's why I try my level best to consolidate all these things. If you have any specific things, probably we can have. You can write to me. This is my email ID. You can write to me. Probably whenever I get a time, I will send it as a reply. Or you can, we can have future sessions or something like that. Or you can ask your placement officer if you want any support. So please understand, preparation is all important. A very well structured preparation is all important to reach good heights. So those who prepare well will definitely reach those heights. So please spend time. It's for you only, not for anybody else. Okay, so get motivated. You should have that desire in mind. Start preparing slowly, and start preparing. I'm pretty sure that you will reach those heights. Okay, all the very best for that. And if you have any questions, I'm here to answer.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really an informative session. Thank you. Now it's the time for our doubt clearing session. So everyone may turn on your mic and ask your doubts, or you can type in the chat box.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir, ഞാനിപ്പം സിവിൽ സെക്കൻഡ് ഇയർ പഠിക്കുകയാണ്. സാർ ഇപ്പം കോഡിങ്ങിന്റെ കാര്യം പറഞ്ഞല്ലോ. അപ്പം ഇനിയിപ്പം സെക്കൻഡ് ഇയർ തൊട്ട് ഇനി കോഡിങ് പഠിച്ചാൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും പ്രയോജനം ഉണ്ടാവോ?
To learn any new subject, ഏതൊരു പുതിയ സബ്ജക്ട് പഠിക്കാനും what we need is just say 1 month time. And if you are why, because what I'm telling you is like say 2 years back I was not good at Python and എനിക്ക് അത് പഠിക്കേണ്ട ഒരു ആവശ്യം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല. But what I did is like for some project I started preparing for that, and it took almost 1 month, less than 1 month for me, by doing some real-time projects, by doing some assignments or projects related to that. I was able to be master in that. I could learn a lot of things. So it takes less than 1 month for you to learn, irrespective of your background. But you should have if you have a very good learning module with you, less than 1 month, the time is more than enough for you to prepare. I hope I answered. ഇതെന്നെയാണോ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത്?
ആണ് സർ. ഓക്കെ സർ, താങ്ക് യു.
Okay, welcome. Any questions? എന്ത് പൊട്ടഡ് ഔട്ട് ആയാലും you feel free to ask.
Good evening, sir.
Evening.
Sir, actually, I want to know, I am in LBS, I am a second year student, so I want to know the number of product-based companies approaching in our college.
Okay, that's again institute specific. I will generalize rather than being institute specific because a lot of people are here. Normally, we have a lot of requirements coming from Amazon, Microsoft, then Target Corporation. These are some of the software product-based companies coming to our Kerala campuses. But again, I cannot generalize here. Why? Because that's again institute specific. So in CET, you may find a little bit more number of companies, but that may not be the case with some other colleges. So in general, think of say Amazon. Amazon visits our campuses every year. Amazon will be there. Microsoft once in a while, and sometimes Yahoo we may get, not sure. Then Target Corporation is again another product-based company that normally visits our campuses. These are some of the software-based things that's coming to our campuses. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Institute specific, probably you can send me a mail. That will be more good. Yeah, sure. I will send to the coordinator, that PPT and all I will send to the coordinator. Please do share with all the participants. Any other questions? Okay. Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
So actually, while you were talking, I get a little demotivated because it is less time for S5 students for preparing and doing the things. But
No.
so can you just do something to motivate us? Like, it is still there time for us, something like that. Can you just?
No, it's not less time for S5 students. No, maybe I communicated wrongly. This is the best time for S5 students. And, it's not a good time for S7 students. That's what I told. Sorry if I if I communicated wrongly. This is the best time for S5 students. S5 students. So that's what I told you. If you are in the 5th semester, you have one semester long, almost 6 months you have before attending the campus recruitments. And believe me, 95% of the students in KTU colleges, they will start preparation in the 6th semester only. Believe me, in all colleges, they will start training in the 6th semester only. Very few colleges, they will start in the 3rd semester. In the 4th or early semesters. What I'm telling you is that if you are in the 5th semester, you cannot change the eligibility criteria. That's it. For example, if you have 2 backlogs, you cannot do anything with that. Why? Because you have very less time to clear those back papers. That's it. But you have 6 months of time is more than enough for placement preparation. More than enough. You want to learn C++, more than 1 month, less than 1 month, 3 weeks time is more than enough. If you want to learn Python, again, 2 to 3 weeks is more than enough. If you want to learn your core subjects, just 1 or 2 months is more than enough. It's sufficient. Believe me, it's sufficient. But you cannot change your GPA. You cannot change your results. You cannot change your supplementary papers if you have. That's not possible. Okay, that's what I mentioned there. But for all other, we used to give training for our students in their 6th semester only. You have enough time. Please do start preparing. Only problem is with internships, GPA, backlogs, or projects. You may not get time for these things. You may not. I'm not sure whether you will get enough time for going for an internship. But there are companies like say EY, UST. Those companies are coming to our campuses to select S6 students for internships. They are doing 2 months internships, but very rarely, very less number of people will get the chance. But don't get demotivated. The best time to start preparation is S5 only for the selection process. But about your backlogs or GPA improvement kind of things, that will never work out in the 5th semester. I hope you get the correct information that I want to convey.
Yes, sir. Now it's satisfying. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, great. Don't get demotivated. It's just a matter of 1 month preparation. You can score. You can clear any interview if you work hard for 1 month or 2 months. No, you can learn all these things. Believe me. We used to see lot of students doing this only. You check any college, you check your seniors. They all started preparation in S5, S6 only. So you have enough time. Please do spend some time for that, considering this as a separate subject. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Great. Any other questions? Any other questions?
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, great.
Now, I would like to welcome Ms. Karthika Nair, ma'am, Branch Counselor of IEEE SBS SNIT, to present our venerated speaker with a virtual memento and a certificate of appreciation as a token of our gratitude. Ma'am, please.
Hi, sir. I'm Kartika Nair, Branch Counselor of IEEE Student Branch at SNIT.
Hi, ma'am.
First of all, on behalf of IEEE Student Branch at SNIT, we thank you for this wonderful section about how to crack placements. I hope it will be
And once
helpful
again, I
for
would like to
all the
thank our honorable
participants
speaker,
who are
Nandan
with
sir,
us
for your
today.
valuable time. The present has
I
been
would
very
like to
valuable
present
to
a
us
token of
today, and we
gratitude,
certainly
a
look forward
certificate
to
of
another interaction in the
token of
near future.
gratitude, a certificate of appreciation, and a virtual memento for you on behalf of our entire IEEE student branch. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to meet with students and help students. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And once again, I would like to thank our honorable speaker, Nandan sir, for your valuable time. Your present has been very valuable to us today, and we certainly look forward to another interaction in the near future. Thank you so much, sir.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you have any queries in this, please do write to me. I'm ready to help you, support you anytime. Okay. See you in near future.
So it's a time for our feedback session. If the participants have any feedback regarding the session, you are welcome.
Good evening, sir. I'm Gargi GS. It was really good and informative section. I have gained some knowledge about placement procedure and hope to connect with you in near future, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Sure.
Good evening, sir. I'm Diana Joshi. I found this session really informative because I truly feel that we need some of the information that are actually unknown to us. And I'm from first year basically, so I got to know that I have plenty of time, and if I would start right now, then definitely, as you said, I would be ahead of some of my competitors. So definitely, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all. Now I invite Pravita Praveen, Activity Lead of IEEE SBS SNIT, for the word of thanks.
Good evening to one and all. As all good things comes to an end in life, so is this session. It's really great that this program has turned out to be very successful. I, Pravida Praveen, Activity Lead IEEE SBS SNIT, and it's a matter of pride for me that I am proposing the vote of thanks for this session. On the behalf of my colleagues and the ND student chapter members, first of all, I thank to God. I want to thank our chief guest, Professor Nandan S, Chair, IEEE Kerala Young Professionals. Thank you, sir, for an informative and profitable session. Next, I would like to thank our principal, Dr. Shaji Mohan B, sir, for his great support for the conduction of this program. Thank you, sir. Next, I want to thank our branch counselor, Ms. Kartika Nair ma'am, and chapter advisor, Ms. Lakshmi Nair ma'am, for presiding over the event and motivating and inspiring us at every step. Thank you, ma'am. A special thanks to the organizing committee and teachers for their influencing support and coordination. And last, not the least, heartfully thanks to all who actively participated in the session. Hope you all have enjoyed it. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Pravita. Now I request all the participants to turn on their video to take a screenshot. So now all the participants can fill the feedback form provided in the chat box.